South Africa is better than Nigeria. Hey! Chai! Our people say, well, you are kind and queer. I have never seen, as in, I don't understand. Okay, let me give people a story. So I was just on social media, and I was on YouTube actually, and I got this, you know how you watch a movie and a video and then you see up next and all. So I saw South Africa is better than Nigeria. I said, okay, let me click on it and watch. When I watched the video, it was an interview between a Nigerian going out on the street to ask questions. And you know, one thing about these questions they ask is that they ask people who have never entered the plane, let alone them, knowing how the shores of this country, outside the shores of this country is. Like they've never traveled out, they've never even enter the plane. So if you ask those kind of people questions, they think they will talk about the noun. They will talk about that their responses will never be like someone who is learned, someone that is experienced, somebody that knows what he's doing or what she's doing. So I remember one of the men, that man, though not exposed, but he said home is home, that he's not going anywhere. He's going to use that money to invest here. Now, you guys know that someone telling you that you should use 10 million naira, that if you use 10 million naira to South Africa right now, that should rather leave Nigeria with the 10 million and travel to South Africa, should now become a very wealthy person. Like, how is it that people don't understand? Is it that they are not well educated or what? The other one said no, that once they give him 10 million naira, he'll go to South Africa to go and hustle, that he'll go there and make plenty money and come back. Hey, South Africa, that the owners of the land don't even have work. In fact, those that even have work, they are not able to measure up. Is the one you want to go. South Africa, that they are telling other people, countrymen, to leave, like outsiders, foreigners should leave their country, is the one you want to now run away from. Well, let me tell you something. I used to tell people this. South Africa has insecurity more than Nigeria. Their insecurity level is top notch. Anybody that has been to South Africa and knows South Africa will confirm what I'm saying. If it comes to security challenge, we are learners. Nigeria, they learn work. We are learners. Like, do you understand? But I don't blame these people that they were interviewed, because I didn't see anybody there that knew what they were doing. One woman say, 10 million. People think 10 million is how much now? Convert 10 million to dollars and tell me how much that is in dollars. So you think you go to South Africa and go and live large with 10 million naira? No. In fact, with that kind of mentality you have, going to South Africa, you will be in soup. You are going to be in soup. You will be so poor and wretched. In fact, they will fling you out. How much is South Africa visa? Let's start with that. How much is South African visa from here, doing your documentation and all that? I handle a lot of things for people who want to go to South Africa. It used to be, to go to South Africa then used to be around the neighborhood of 2 million, 1 point something. But right now, it's not like that. With the new immigration law South Africa has, you can't even go. So it's so funny how, when I see things like this, I just begin to laugh. I think when people want to go for these street interviews, they should ask people who have maybe had an opportunity to travel. Now, with what happened between Chidinma and South Africans, you guys know that South Africans have been on a very bad spotlight recently. A lot of people never paid attention to what happens in South Africa, of course, because they didn't have the need to, especially Nigerians, they didn't have the need to pay attention to them. So everybody was just living their normal lives until this thing happened to Chidinma, where they really, really victimized the girl. But of course, you guys saw that Chidinma is now the face of Enugu State. And she was welcomed in fact, the grand entry was not moi moi. If you have not watched the video, please check it online. You're going to see how Chidinma was received in Enugu State. Enugu State is one of the eastern states of Nigeria. Their governor received her like, oh my God. It was really a beautiful sight to behold. So Chidinma's, case had really, really disclosed a lot of things that happened in South Africa. The xenophobia there, the hatred that they have for Nigerians, the bitterness, the kind of words, especially even when they had the boat-to-boat banter. You could see anger, you could see strife, you could see pain, the way they spoke about Nigerians in very derogatory terms. The people that love Nigerians in South Africa, who are South Africans, are not up to 5. They are not up to 5, except maybe the very learned ones, the ones that have traveled out to sea, because South Africans had they travel. The ones that travel will not want to come back. Do you understand? So right now, I don't know what is in South Africa that you think you want to go there and make money. Please tell me, what thing, apart from tourism, what other thing do they have? Is it the South Africa that a black boy, pluck orange from a white man's farm, according to what the man, accused the boy of, a 6-year-old boy, and the man almost unalived the child. Is it that South Africa you're talking about, that a police officer, unalived 6 people mysteriously so that he can take over their investment? Is it that one? Is the South Africa that just a few weeks ago in Lusikisiki community, about 17 people were unalived? And in all of this till today, they have not told us, oh, we have apprehended this one, we've caught this person. And they said this is not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third time. These things keep happening. Is it the South Africa where they don't want black people to be, except you are white? Is it the one you are going to? Is it the South Africans have made up their mind that, oh, Nigeria is not, is their whatever? They have sworn enemies for no reason because we did nothing to them. Is it the South Africans that accuse Nigerians of everything? In fact, if they can't breathe, Nigerians caused it. They blame Nigerians for everything but themselves. They have never blamed themselves. Is it the Nigeria you're talking about, or the South Africa you're talking about, that you want to go to South Africa? My dear brothers and sisters, if you watch this video, what did I say? Sit down in your country. If somebody gives you 10 million naira, let me show you how you're going to spend it. If they give you 10 million naira and you're living in a rented apartment, that is affordable, pay your rent for 2 years. Yes, I said that. Pay your rent for 2 years. Maybe if your rent is going for 500,000, pay 1 million naira for the 2 years. Use the remaining money and start a business. Let me tell you the business to do. Buy ugu, because we are Nigerians. You know what ugu is? That's pumpkin. Do correct irrigation. Start planting it every fortnight. That's every 2 weeks. You are going to harvest. In those days, it used to be not less than 150,000. That's somebody's 1 month salary in some agencies in Nigeria. You will be harvesting not less than 300K if you plant very good ugu seeds. That's the pumpkin seeds. If you plant it, do good irrigation. So whether there's rain or not, the place is well, watered and all. You're going to really make money. This is just one business idea I'm giving you here. And if you are even a South African who is watching this, can also do that business. You look for a vegetable that is very, very, that people consume in your environment. You begin, because my videos, I like them to be very educating. You can use that vegetable, plant it enough, do irrigation, and start selling. Before you know it, you are making money. Now you will say, oh, where I live, there's no farm. Nobody can give me a farm. Start planting in bags. Get these water bottles, pierce the under, pour sand inside. The reason you're piercing the under is so that it doesn't retain water and spoil the crop. So that whenever water comes in, it drains. You understand? Plant in bags, plant in cellophane bags, plant in bucket. Turn your flower vase to vegetable gardens, to plant broccoli, plant carrots, plant ginger, plant everything you can plant. Plant plant pineapples, plant strawberries, plant cucumber, plant tomatoes, plant pepper, plant things. Wait, by the time you cultivate those things around your house, do you know how much you're going to make? Real money. So you are self-sufficient. You make this money and nobody is coming to tell you nonsense. You cannot see. You will make so much money and that 10 million will still remain. Like I tell people, if you know that farming is not your calling and you cannot even do it, even if it's to do it in your house, you can't do it. Start selling, building materials. Start with cement. Go to a depot. Register how much you have with them. Start selling depot. Go to sites where they build houses. Tell them that you sell cement. You can supply them. You speak with your distributor, and before you know it, they are working with you and delivering a whole truck of cement to them. And you're making money. In fact, when they are go to places that they are building in where you live, and tell them that you can make bed sheets for them for hotels, you can make blinds for offices and houses. There are many ways to make money in Nigeria. You can decide to go into fish farming. And let me tell you the truth. If you farm your fish, people want to patronize you. If you farm cucumber is one very lucrative business that is so untapped that people don't know about, because cucumber hardly dies. As you plant and pluck, it brings out more flower and keeps bearing. So South Africa can never be better than Nigeria. So stop saying South Africa is better than Nigeria. It's not possible now. Grow up and get up.